Thank you very much. Let's see who's on the show. Gary Busey is on the show. Who else is on the show? Who else is on the big show? Who else do we... Hey, huh? Who, what? Hello, what? Testing, where? Are we on the air? Who's on the show? Delamitri. And Dawn Riley. Sailed around the world, yeah, on an all-female crew on a sailing ship, yeah. And if you're just joining us a minute ago, we chatted with my mom back there in Indianapolis. Mom decided it's time to point out the fact that there had been killer tornadoes. Our first guest tonight was nominated for an Academy Award for his role in the Buddy Holly story, and tomorrow night he will be the host of the second International Rock Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Gary Busey. Gary? Nice to have you back. How you feeling?
Nice tie.
Thank you very much. You have one of those little cowboy deals there.
This is called a bowler.
You're kind of a cowboy yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, when I was born in Texas and grew up in Oklahoma, and my dad's American Indian, my mother's Irish.
Yeah? Yeehaw! Do you get along well with your folks?
Yeah, I get along real well with them.
You have a close relationship with them?
A close relationship with them. I'm 45 going on 2.
And what was life like for you there when you were growing up?
Well, I worked on a ranch, worked in the hay fields, hauled hay. I worked cattle, Brahma and Charlet. I rode a teenage Brahma bull when I was about 14 and got thrown 50 feet into the trees.
Wow.
I went to a cattle auction once, and you don't ever want to if you ever go to a cattle auction, you don't even want to move. You want to sit there. Because if you move just to get a fly, you'll buy something. I bought three Angus bulls when I was 15 and didn't know it. I said, 3 Angus bulls, the kid in them overalls. And I was going, does that mean, did I buy 3? You bought them. You get up here and get them. And I went, well, wait. And the Anguses are looking at me like, And I said, wait, I was scratching a fly. No, you bought the 3 bulls, son. You're going to have to take them home with you now. So, but I didn't have to because they were laughing at me.
Yeah, how expensive were they?
They were pretty expensive. There's something like they buy them by the pound, and these weren't little guys. These were big Angus bulls.
And Angus, they're used to breed beef cattle. Is that what they're primarily used for?
All bulls are used to breed beef cattle, but these guys are meat. Where are you from?
I don't know.
You're from Indiana.
Yeah.
No, the deal is that they're bred to eat.
Yeah.
I mean, you eat them, and nothing against the vegetarians, but they're bred to eat and have fun in the pastures.
Yeah.
And go down and smell one flower at a time. But I had probably the hard. You know, you're bringing up memories that. And one of the hardest jobs I ever had on the farm was dealing with a goat and 3 Chester white hogs. And they're a lot smaller than those Angus bulls, but I never had so much problem.
And what was the job? I'm sorry. You do what now? The goat and the hogs? What?
Yeah, there's a goat named Charlie,
right.
Billy Goat, and he lived there he was there long before I was, and he lived for dinner time, because my uncle had these big 3 Chester white hogs,
right.
And they'd run them in there to eat. Oi, 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 oi. And they'd come in, and I'd load the trough up with corn cobs and conglomerate of soup, and oh, it was good-looking stuff, but you wouldn't want to eat it. You could smell it for blocks away. And the goat would come in the back end, and my Uncle Buddy said, okay, Gary, I want you to get out there and keep that goat from getting those hogs. And I said, I was 14. I said, what? Keep the goat away from the hogs. Because he'll try to get up and penetrate those hogs.
Try and get up and do what?
This is true. I'm not making this
up.
What
was the word?
Penetrate.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, you'll see. You better get in there now. Yeah. And so there was mud, and I had on boots, and it's like walking out across the deal, and the hogs are just and grabbing each other's corn cobs and blowing bubbles in the slop, and I'm watching it. Meanwhile, Charlie's back there going, he's lined up on one of them about 60 feet away, and he goes like a bottle rocket, just like that. And Uncle Buddy says, get in front of Charlie. So, I'm running out, and the goat just takes a side step and goes around me and jumps up, and as he jumps up, he's 10 feet away from the hog with like this, and he runs into the hog and goes, whop, 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 and he's off and back to get the next one. And Uncle Buddy says, Gary, Charlie's penetrating the girls. I said, okay, I'll get him. And so he came again. I tried to get him again. And he ran around me. And so he's, Gary, you're not getting Charlie. Meanwhile, everyone's laughing up there, and I don't know why. I'm there for 5 minutes. I'm going, and Charlie looks over at me like it's the first time he saw me. And he took right off at me and hit me right here. And I did a flip in the mud, and he went right back and kept it up.
Wow.
And I limped over and leaned on the trough and watched the girls eat as Charlie did his work. And they didn't even know he was there. And he lived for dinner time. So this was a job that lasted one day.
Oh, man.
And then they moved me to the hayfields, but it was a hard job. It was to keep a goat from penetrating hogs is not anything I'd recommend to anybody who's even had brain surgery.
Now there,
this is long before the motorcycle came.
But now, what exactly is the problem there? I mean,
what with who?
With the goats and the hogs. I mean, what's the ultimate fear? What are we worried about there?
I guess the progeny. I'm not sure what it would be. I don't know if anything is. I don't know if there's any zygotes that come out of this or not.
Yeah.
Or embryonic gestures of extraplanetary animals. But the goat was on and off instantly.
I know,
and the girls didn't even know he was there.
No, I know.
How did you know? You weren't there. I've got some pictures.
We all know the feeling, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
We have to do a commercial, and then we'll be right back.
I think they could do something with my
How
hair.
you feeling, by the way? How long ago has it been since you had your accident?
December 4th, 1988.
So we're
I feel good.
close to 2 years ago then.
Yeah, close to 2 years. I'm still in recovery because it's quite an injury.
It was nasty. There were reports, and I guess you would know better than anybody else, that you almost slipped into darkness.
I did. I went to the other side. I had plates of glass come up in front of me, abalone light, and I was out of my body and had quite some experiences there. But my right and left side of my brain were out of sync for about 7 months. I went through dyslexia, and I'm not joking.
Right.
I know this
and
is...
everything's now, the wiring is back where it ought to be?
The wiring is back where it ought to be, where it should be.
See, but aren't you amazed at the resiliency of the human system?
You know what? That's one of the things the surgeon said to me. They said, you had such a great element of denial in your system of your injury, that's what took you through the hard part, that you denied the fact that you were hurt that bad. And I just learned last Easter my own self-recognition that I was really hurt more than I thought I was.
Now, is this denial, is this all subconscious, or is it...
It was conscious on me, because I didn't want to stay in there. I passed a 200-point test and went through a 5-point interview with them, 5 questions that they gave me, my attention span, my verbal use, and my use of my temporal side of my brain where the expression and creativity come from, and how to stay in touch with my own time element and not go too fast so my body couldn't react to it. And I went through all of that. And I recognized it in Easter that, whoa, I was hurt much more than I thought I was. And now I'm working with head trauma people and going back to
Now, what about the helmet issue for people who ride motorcycles?
Well, I'm working on the endorsement and the design of a helmet that I'm going to recommend, because I don't want kids to go to the store and get refried brains. I'd rather get them refried beans. And I really think that they should see better and hear better and have some airflow.
But originally you felt like it should be left up to choice.
Yeah,
if you want to have a helmet, fine. If you don't want to have a helmet,
I'm not saying it should be a law. I'm saying it's up to you, but I'm recommending them. I'm telling them to wear those darn things. And I get on my Harley and ride out in front of the street without a helmet, and I go, wait a minute. I go right back in the garage. And I got a helmet I wear that's like a bowling ball, and I said, I can't do that, so I'm waiting on the design to come. I'm working with a guy from MIT and Frank Lloyd Wright and some other, and Bell Helmets.
I'm sorry, you're working, Frank Lloyd Wright is helping you design a helmet? Easy.
Where are you from?
We're trying
you want me to do a Crispin Glover on you?
No, please don't. Because I think you might be able to hurt me. We're trying to get a helmet law for this show, as a matter of fact.
Well, I was going to wear one out here.
Let's talk about this International Rock Awards.
Oh, that's going to be wonderful.
Is it a good deal?
Yeah, it's a good deal. They're looking at everybody around the world. That's an international theme, and they have people like David Bowie, Elton John, Eric Clapton, Bonnie Raitt, Aerosmith, and a lot of people that are brand new, and they're being recognized and given an award. It's tomorrow night on ABC.
ABC. Is this live? Where are they holding these?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's
here?
Yeah, here at Lexington.
In New York?
In New York, in an armory on Lexington Street or somewhere. And we went rehearsing today. Sam Kinison and I are co-hosting.
Oh, man.
And so it's, look out Houston.
Yeah.
And it's live and in color. You know?
And what do you give out? What if you win one of these international rock deals, what do you get? Do you get a little statue, what do you get?
You get a statue of Elvis Presley and about 14 cases of condoms. You can bleep that if you want to.
And this,
I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Yeah.
This is a joke show.
there is no statue of Elvis.
There's
Thank
a
you.
statue of Elvis.
I know, it's as easy. I know. No, it's stupid. It's no, I can't. But let's talk about the movie now. Predator 2.
Yeah, Predator 2.
Number 2. Now, number 1. What was
boy.
number 1? What was the first Predator?
That was well, the first Predator is an outer world life force that comes and lands on this planet. They've been doing it for 700 years, and they do it to hunt and capture the biggest hunter of man there is here. That's their game, their athletic game.
Right.
It's a trophy.
Right. They take them back to their own solar system? Back
they
to
take
their
them
own...
back. They strip their skeleton down and hang them up on the wall and look, ooh, that was nice. We got that on Uranus. Ooh, look at this from Pluto.
Right.
Look at that from Earth right there. Look at those guys from Earth. And the first Predator movie, one of them stalked and eliminated a special forces team. And there were 2 survivors. Right. And this time it's 1997. It's Los Angeles. It's 110 degrees all over the world. There's
hey,
no more
global warming.
No more global warfare, but global warming.
Global warming, sure.
And the guy
You know,
lands
I was
there.
just in California like last week. It was pretty warm when I was
It
out
was,
there.
but it's not 110.
No, but I'm saying I think there might be something to this global
There
warming.
is something to it.
Because we get to the valley, I'm telling you, it was like
There is something to
85.
it. Well, I'm working on environmental processes too. 85? Did you see the Predator at Lucky's Market?
Are we going to look at some? Are we going to look at some film of this? We have a clip of the movie.
You don't have a clip?
Come on, let's show.
What are we doing here?
Oh, thanks. What are we doing here?
We're having fun.
We don't have film clip.
Well, it's going to be December 1st, 1990. That's when it comes out.
And you and who else in this?
Danny Glover, Ruben Blades, and Maria Cachito Alonso.
You know, you look great. You look great.
you.
Yeah, well, right up to that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
very
I'm
much.
glad the recovery is, I would guess, essentially complete, huh?
Well, it's just about complete. I'm not counting all my eggs yet.
Yeah.
But yes, it is. I'm doing quite better. I
Great.
put my shoes on the right feet now. I used to put
Good
the
for
left
you.
one on the right one and
Good.
the right one on the left.
Nice to see you. Thank you very
Nice
much
to
for
see
being
you.
here. Gary Busey. We'll be right back.